In this video, I am going to show you how to add a client and how to add a policy. When we schedule walkthroughs with agencies, this is the #1 request we get. Show me how to add a client, show me how to add a policy. And I'm assuming the reason we get that question is because it's not real easy in other systems. As you're going to see, it is ridiculously easy in CP Manager. Check this out. Now, as I go through this, just to show you how fast it is, I'm not going to do a lot of training or explanation on the different fields. I will do a little bit, just not a lot, because I really want you to see, most importantly, how fast, how easy it is to add a client and add a policy in CP Manager. That's the focus of this video. Let's begin. We're going to click Create New. My staff record, I set up some default values. My default agency is this particular one. Automatically populated it. I said I want to do business accounts, commercial lines, and for the class code, I want to be a customer. Maybe I'm the commercial line CSR. Look at these fields real quickly here before we get going here. And you can see all of these fields here, right through here, are all commercial lines driven. Now, look what happens. What if I need to add a personal lines account instead? Look at this. Check this out. All I have to do is change it from a business account to an individual account. And now from this point forward, everything you see is personal lines. That's cool. That's cool. Very fast, very easy. We'll go back to commercial lines. Now, I'm going to skip a bunch of fields that are not necessary. Also notice these red exclamation marks here. These red exclamation marks are the only required fields that have to be filled out. So if you've got to get a record added fast so you can move on to do other things, all you have to do at this point is add in the company name and save it. That's all you have to do. However, if you're planning on also adding a policy, then at minimum, also add the producer and add the mailing address, because those two things flow to the policy. Okay? And I like single entry. If you have to add it into the system, add it in just once. Let's begin. Notice the time. Notice I do not have to go from tab to tab to tab. I just go right down the window. Why? Because it's so much faster. Also notice when I do lookup fields, I only have to type in a few letters and then tab out of it, and it auto-populates the field for me. If the mailing address is the same as the physical address, I can just click that right there. Notice how after I fill in an address, it kicks from address 2 right to the zip code, fills in the city, state, does that in both spots. Everywhere there's an address in the system, it does that. Okay, you see the rest of the fields. Don't care about the rest of the fields. I just want to get this thing added. I'm going to save it. We're going to do new policy. We'll call this a package. I'm not explaining things. Don't have time. Just want to show you how fast this thing is. Check this out. I've added the policy. Now I'm going to add the sections to it. We're going to do a CGL and we're going to do a property both. New section. CGL. CGL. Done with that one. We'll build the commissions for it. Come back to the section tab. New section. Property. bill the commissions for it. Now all I got to do is go into the actual accord forms and fill out the accord form information. Now, we utilize a accord form looking user interface. We don't work off of accord forms. It is a user interface to look like accord forms because it's an industry standard and everybody knows accord forms in this industry. It's an industry standard. By doing this, it makes data entry significantly faster and easier. You can see very quickly what this is. Now it's just a matter of filling it out. Okay, notice that I have the CGL opened up. And now I have the property opened up. Now I can go and do the property. So notice I've got property opened up, CGL opened up. I can bounce back and forth between the two. Boom, boom, boom. Plus the policy. If I need to do other things, let's say I finish these things out. I need to get a down payment. I'm going to go to billing transaction. I'm going to create a B-Tran. I need to get a down payment. Create from policy. Create from policy. Click on it. Done. Done. 3,500. There you go. Look at this. There's the line items. All right, here's the line items. $1,000 for that one, $2,500 for the other one, $3,500 total. Here's your grand totals right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and email out this invoice by just simply clicking the send button. I'm gonna end it right here because this was not part of what I wanted to show you, but I do want to show you how fast and easy the system is. This thing is dynamically fast. Okay, so you saw how fast it was to add a client. You saw how fast it was to add a policy. I added 2 different sections to it. I added a CGL and a property. And on top of that, I did a billing transaction. Boom. Very fast. Have a walkthrough. And let's explain the different fields that you filled out and the flexibility and the functionality that they bring and the different business logic elements that we have built into the system in the background to make data entry and to do all this stuff and make it faster and easier for you. You want to save time? CP Manager. You want your staff to be more productive, more efficient? CP Manager. You want your staff to be able to do and handle a much larger book of business each? CP Manager. CP Manager was designed from the ground floor up to be highly productive and highly efficient. Get a walkthrough. Check it out. See how it's going to function in your agency. It'll blow you away. This is one awesome system.